We listened to tons of arias, and I think Cliff must have brought about 50 arias over.
We found ourselves always leaning toward the Puccini aria because of its melodic structure. It just, I mean, you can never write that melody now. It's just a natural flowing melody, and it absolutely climaxes at the right time.
What we've really done is we've taken some opera and then rocked them out.
Because it's a unique project, I had to be open to perhaps this person unconventionally could sing that and ask them to do so. And they're, what are you kidding? I've never sung that before. We'll try it.
They're cutting out on that downbeat of before I go ba ba ba, and they're out, right?
Yes.
Can I just hear that again? Is it like a lingering cutoff or is it a sharp cutoff?
That was a unique challenge in deciding how to frame each aria, what style to put it in, and then how to get the singer to do it, because they're used to doing it their own way. They're used to basically being accompanied as opposed to singing to a track.
On one of the pieces, the Un Bel Dì, which I had never sung before actually, was a lot of fun to work with him, integrating in. We did a lot of work because there were a lot of time changes in the piece, going from 3/4 to 4/4 to 6/8 to 9/12, and it had to be done in a set beat, you know, the rock on. So it's kind of a Devo dance tune. Savia per la collina. Chi sarà, come sarà giorno, chi dirà, chiamerà
Yeah.
When Cliff decided to take this piece upbeat and very dance-like and almost disco-like, or however you would call it, it really fit the character Musetta just beautifully. It was not difficult at all for me to imagine Musetta, you know, in this dance-like setting just having a good time, because, I mean, she's a very spicy, very flavorful kind of chick. Basically, she's saying, if you're going to deny talking to me, then I hope you die.
Oh, wow. Perfect.
Thank you.
I've concentrated on opera, but it wasn't difficult. I mean, there's a few things they changed the meter, or, you know, changed a few note values, but that wasn't a problem. Accompaniment cuts out a little bit right here.
Yeah, gets really soft. And then there's a huge drum fill there. It's just like, right into this thing, right? And what do you do?
And
here?
I come in right on that beat.
thing about opera is, particularly when there are arias of another language, you can feel the sadness or you can feel the joy just inherent in a piece without knowing the words. The greatest challenge of being executive producer on a project like Angelica would be to get people involved and care about it. But the thing is, when I would call someone like David Foster, who played piano on Jesu and with the Harlem Boys Choir, I mean, he just loved it.
Carol Bayer-Sager and Cliff Magnus are really good friends of mine. I've written with both of them over the years, and they gave me an opportunity to come and actually play piano, which is something that I don't do very often except on my own records, and I don't do it in a flashy kind of way. I just do it to serve whatever record that I'm producing. So this was a chance for me to get in and have to practice a little bit and really play.
David was brilliant, and we tried several different avenues for his sound, for his part to be played, and ended up using the greatest, David Foster sound, piano and Rhodes mixture, and it's magical. We've grown up with this aria, and hearing it with David Foster's beautiful touch and the Boys Choir of Harlem singing in their pure voice. Jesu, 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 with drums and guitars cranking underneath. Beautiful. It's timeless stuff.
One of the things that I've learned in the music business is that you always do better when you do something from the heart. Every time that I've tried to manufacture something and go, well, there's a trend I'm going to jump on, more than not, I've failed. When I've done things from the heart, and that would include blending different kinds of music, like Natalie Cole, Unforgettable, that I did with Nat King Cole. I mean, nobody would have ever thought that was a hit record, but it came from the heart.
Cliff was looking for another flavor to the whole project, and I think somehow the idea of flamenco came about.
Cardinome from Rigoletto, to me, sounded Latin, and so therefore it was a natural for flamenco. Plus I heard that Steve Stevens was doing flamenco now, and that appealed to me very much, coming from a rock background, having earned a Grammy Award as a rock guitarist.
And I had previously been to Dweezil Zappa's house, maybe a week before this conversation happened, and had played him stuff I was working on, which is all flamenco based. And as Dweezil said, man, if you want flamenco, Steve Stevens is the guy to do it. I had become less and less interested in playing electric guitar and kind of disenchanted with where guitar was going, as a kind of like almost exercise, and started to listen more and more to flamenco musicians and try to get more in touch with just a real personal style of playing.
To do the cut live in the studio, working with people like Steve Stevens and Lyle and Abe and Luis Conte, and God, it was just a wonderful group of musicians. It just, for me, breathed new life into something that I had been singing for a while and had been very familiar with. And that makes it fresh.